Many thanks. This Christmas Eve marks 30 years since Johnson City's deadliest disaster. 16 people died, 50 others suffered injuries in the fire at the John Sevier Center. During work on our newly premiered documentary on WJHL.com, we uncovered video of the fire never before seen by the public. Josh Smith talked with the woman who shot the video.
At just after 5 o'clock, fire officials began helping residents of Johnson City's John Sevier Center.
Until now, 30-year-old newsreels and a few newspaper photos were the only known visual record of what happened Christmas Eve 1989. The night fire raced across the first floor of the John Sevier Center in downtown Johnson City, home to about 150 seniors and people with disabilities.
You know, we didn't have any idea when we went driving down there what it was going to be.
Gail Campbell got the call to come to the fire scene because she was the interim director of the public library just across the street from where dozens of fire and police were dealing with a disaster in the bitter cold.
10 degrees outside. It was really cold, and I think they were thinking it was a warm building they could go into. So I picked up my little camera and my two kids, who were 7 and 10, and John, meanwhile, got the call from the fire chief.
That's John Campbell, her husband and Johnson City's city manager at the time. The camera at the ready for Christmas Eve memories.
And it was one of those big, old, clunky VHS cameras, and I just picked it up and took it with me, so I just happened to have it.
What she recorded has never been seen by the public until now. Remarkable images and sound of a disaster. A news story that made headlines across the nation as her beloved library was turned into a command center and even a makeshift morgue. Gail Campbell says she recorded this video partly for her co-workers and library board members, all of whom were out of town for Christmas.
I wanted them to know what it was. I wanted them to know what happened.
And she recorded the video simply out of awe at what was happening right outside the front door.
It was all just, you know, it was really, really sad. It was a very traumatic thing to see.
Josh Smith reporting there. You can watch our documentary Christmas Eve Fire at the John Sevier 30 years later right now on WJHL.com. You can also watch it on News Channel 11 this Saturday at noon and on ABC Tri-Cities December 28th at 5 o'clock.